Why not me? Meghan yelling in jealousy as Queen gave Sophie Wessex jewels £115,000 but subs her. Sophie, Countess of Wessex, owns a stunning sparkler she received from Prince Edward, and the classic ring has heartfelt links to the Queen. Sophie and Edward's engagement marked the last of a generation, and the Queen and Prince Philip were delighted that their youngest child would tie the knot. A statement from the palace at the time read, "The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh are delighted to announce the engagement of their youngest son, Prince Edward, to Miss Sophie Wessex-Jones." The couple sought the permission of their respective parents between Christmas and the New Year. Both families are thrilled at the news. Prince Edward opted for a trilogy diamond ring for Sophie, complete with 2 romantic heart-shaped stones. Claire Beatson, general manager of lab-grown engagement ring brand Nightingale, said of Sophie's ring, "Another design from royal jeweller Garrard. A 2-carat oval diamond flanked by 2 heart-cut diamonds combined to make this stunning ring." According to the jeweller, Sophie's engagement ring is worth £115,000, making it one of the cheaper engagement rings belonging to the royal family. The Queen's engagement ring features a large central stone adorned with diamond clusters either side, and it has a particularly romantic background. Claire said, "The Queen's engagement ring has a beautiful origin story. Prince Philip realized he didn't have the money to buy a fitting engagement ring for Her Majesty, so turned to his mother, who donated a beautiful 3-carat center diamond from her own collection. With its similar design, Sophie's engagement ring can be seen as a touching tribute to the Queen and Prince Philip. You may wonder why Prince Edward is an earl while his 2 brothers and nephews are all dukes. Technically, Prince Edward should have a dukedom as he is the son of the monarch, and he's actually the first in his position to become an earl since the Tudor times. And the unusual title wasn't a snub from his mum at all, and it was actually his request to be titled the Earl of Wessex. And the reason for his choice is, shall we say, slightly bizarre. Prince Edward met Sophie Wessex-Jones at the Queen's Tennis Club in London, and the pair announced their engagement 6 years later on January 6, 1999. Ahead of their wedding, the palace announced that the pair would be styled as the Earl and Countess of Wessex. The news came as a surprise to the public, as it was expected he would be given a traditional dukedom. It later came to light that the Queen had offered Edward the Dukedom of Cambridge, the current title of Prince William and Kate, but he refused it for a very surprising reason. The Earldom of Wessex had not been in use since the 11th century, however Edward reportedly asked the Queen to be named after a character called Lord Wessex in his favourite film, Shakespeare in Love. A royal insider told The Telegraph in 2010 why Edward chose that name, explaining, "He liked the sound of it and asked the Queen if he could have that instead." When the news came of the surprising title, it was revealed that the royal family intended for Edward to be created Duke of Edinburgh upon both the death of his father and accession of elder brother, although suggestions over whether or not this will happen were recently called into question. If the pair are given the title, Sophie would become the Duchess of Edinburgh, a courtesy title which was held by the Queen from her wedding in 1947 until her accession in 1952. The Countess once recalled the moment she and Prince Edward were told Prince Philip would like them to take on the title in an interview with The Telegraph. She said, "We sat there slightly stunned. He literally came straight in and said, 'Right. I'd like it very much if you would consider that.'" The title of Duke of Edinburgh was inherited by Prince Charles upon the death of Prince Philip, as he is his eldest son. Once Prince Charles is on the throne, the title will go back to the Crown, meaning he is free to hand it out again. While it is thought that both the Queen and the late Prince Philip wished for Edward and Sophie to take on the dukedom, it will be up to Prince Charles to decide who will inherit it.
you.